Hey everyone, it's Brian and Jeff with Workshop Addict, and we're going to talk about the right size impact wrench for the gearhead or the automotive application that you're working on. We do a lot of videos on different impact wrenches. Sometimes we see comments like 350 foot-pounds, that's not enough to work on my car, that's not a real impact wrench.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that don't really realize what kind of tool you need for the job. The
reality is battery operated tools are kind of becoming niche tools in a way in their impact wrenches. Mid-torque wrenches were out in air tools a long time ago, but they weren't out in the battery world until maybe a year or two ago. So a lot of people see the big tool
and they think that's the only one I gotta have. It's the only one I can have. It's for me. Not necessarily.
No, and these are heavy, especially when you compare the battery operated tools to an impact tool. They're a lot larger, they're a lot heavier when you look at the same foot-pound rating. And when you compare these two models, both half-inch models, this one's about 750 foot-pounds, this one's 550 when we're talking nut busting. There's a significant difference in weight and adjustability. This one has forward and reverse. This one has 4 modes, a hand tight, a wrench tight, a half, and a full torque mode.
And this one even comes with an LED light up front where this one doesn't.
I think that's a little bit of dating here. I mean, we just picked up tools out of the toolbox to go through, but you're right. And you can get the same mid-torque in a 3/8 inch, and then you can use your 3/8 in a 12 volt and really get down to smaller stuff.
So basically it depends on what type of vehicle or equipment you're working on is going to determine what size impact wrench you actually need.
Exactly. When you're working on your side-by-side?
Oh, right here, definitely. Nice, small, light, and they're going to do the job. You don't have to worry about stripping your bolts, whatever. Where you grab one of these, you're going to run into problems.
Interior work, tight engine work, even some of the stuff that we were working on the transmission. These small units worked best. They're a little faster than what you might have in a normal ratchet. But at the same point, they work great for removing items. They're not too powerful in torque. 95% of your automotive work is going to fall here, mid-torque.
Yes.
If you get into rusty suspension, removing pitman arms, some crank bolts, it's all right here, right?
Leaf springs, suspension, anything that's going to be heavy or rusted needs more.
So if you're the guy going out saying, hey, what am I going to buy first? What's my first pick? Mid-torque, man. It's going to cover you 99% of the time. You're going to feel like you can use it all the time. You're getting into tight spaces. And in my opinion, I'm going to throw this out. I don't know how you feel about it. I could get away with a mid-torque half-inch and a 1/4 inch 12 volt.
Instead of all of these?
Yeah, and get rid of the rest.
Yeah.
Now, it would suck every 10% of the time because I wouldn't be able to do a lot of work on rusty suspension. I'd have to get out my breaker bar, do it a little bit old school, and it might suck a little bit on some really nasty lug nuts that some idiot way over torqued.
But like you said, if you're starting out trying to decide on which is the first one you should get, we hit it right here. You're always going to upgrade. Over time, you're going to add to your collection.
And the 3/8 to me could drop out of the equation because it's just one more set of impact rated sockets that I got to buy.
Exactly.
I like the 1/4 inch models that I can get very reasonable impact sockets for. Half-inch, I got a ton of them that can take me from 13 millimeter all the way on up to beyond 3/4 size. So if you're looking, don't make comments on our video that 350 foot-pounds isn't enough for you to work on your car, because it is. There isn't much there that works. In fact, a lot of the times we pull out small ratchet wrenches to remove alternators and work in different areas. And these things, maybe not the 12 volt 1/4 inch, but the 3/8 20 volt that we got here will easily take care of probably 50% of everything in your engine bay.
Yeah.
I removed the manifolds, exhaust manifolds off that car yesterday with this.
Right.
Not anything else. It fit in the area, it worked, and it gave the power. So think about size and weight ratio while you're buying these. We're gonna put some links in the description for all these so you can check out some prices and also look at some of the different tools. We're gonna end this. Jeff, pick out 2 tools. What are the 2 that you're gonna use?
My 2 would be right here.
Okay, so you're gonna take a 1/2" mid-torque and a 3/8 12 volts, really small. And again, I'm gonna go back to the same 1/2", but I'm gonna pick a 1/4 because I like to get into those smaller areas, and if I'm working on a side-by-side or something like that, I just like to be able to get to a really smaller diameter bolt.
Just remember, guys, bigger isn't always better when it comes to impacts.
But when you're buying cars, go big or go home, man. Horsepower matters. So make sure you subscribe, give us that like, follow us on social media. Thanks for your time, guys. Have a great day.